I think it's a blessing and a curse that I'm a competitive person, because when I lose, like, it hurts. It hurts and it stings me, bro. Like, some people, I feel like they can be doing things and it's okay if they just lose. They may not have a drive to really win because it doesn't matter to them. But for some reason, in almost everything I do, I need to win or like find a way to win. Like, oh my gosh, this weekend I had a soccer tournament, and that's why last video wasn't too long, because I didn't have really enough time to film anything. But this weekend we finished second in our indoor soccer tournament, and it's annoying because I do hustle out there. I do really try. I really want to win. I'm talking, I'm communicating. I'm really trying to get our team to win, man. And the first game, it was in the morning, so it was a little bit of a slow start, but we finished off. And then the second game, we thought that the other team was going to be way harder, but we won 5-2. I scored the first goal like almost a minute in, and I think it kind of set the pace. And it hurts when I can't do as good as I know I can. Like, I know I could have played better, and I feel like sometimes there is an external factor that I can't control. Like, this last game today, I really did try my best, and I really tried to score and communicate and get our teams together and really win that game. But it's hard. It's hard. Like, not everyone is always on the same wavelength as you. And that's not just with sports. That's with everyone in your life. Your friends, people in your school. Some people might not be following what you're trying to do, might not understand it yet, but you do. You know what you want. You know the passion, the future you want to create. I don't want to be worried about money too much at this point in my life, because I got like 60, 70 years ahead of me that I might be worrying about money, right? That doesn't mean I'm going to spend it all or anything. Like, I'm not dumb. It's just money isn't the first thing on my mind right now. But also, I have the goal of becoming financially free. And I think that's a good thing to have. You know what I mean? There's certain goals, and especially in like an artistic path I want to go down, like, my career might turn into a different direction, but for right now in my state, I'm following a creative passion, right? A creative pursuit, and it's filled with competition, and I don't like losing. I don't like losing, like I said. So I'm going to try it. I want to be the person that wants it more. I'm going to try every day. I'm going to put in the work every day. I'm going to try and be the best. It's always me versus me. Yeah, there's other people. But if I can get myself to do the work, if I can get myself to play the best I can every single day, win, every little win, every little success every single day, I'm going to have a good legacy. I'm going to build a powerful legacy, a boundless one. And like, who knows what my life can entail, right? This is also intertwines with manifestation. Like, manifest what you want. Now, it's not going to get to you immediately because you need to put your action in. And sometimes in these manifestations, depending on what route you're going on, there's going to be competition. I feel like everyone's a little bit competitive in some things. And I think almost like the thing you are competitive in matters. Now, if you're playing like a board game or a mobile game, like, I don't think you can really do that for a job, but you know what I mean? Like, each job, there's lots of jobs that are saturated, hella people trying to get in and everything. It's full of competition. You want to get there. You just got to be better. And, that's what I got to try and do. And I feel like I have that power, that want to be more, that hustle because of sports. And I feel like sports is a good factor. Now, obviously not everyone is into sports, and that's okay. But I feel like I'm unique, sports, creative. Maybe I'm not I have no idea. I'm me though. I am me and you are you. each one of us has our little quirks, has our little interests, our passions, our dreams. You should want to pursue it every single day, every single day. And, oh, I gotta shave. I don't know why I just realized that, but you want to pursue your dream. And with that being said, you got to put the action in, You got to make sure to do the work. Saying it is always good. You have to say it. But if you're not putting zero action in, it's just ideas, just thoughts, that rock is not going to move. That boulder that you're trying to push, you're trying to push to the other side of that hill. It's not going to be easy. You can do it. You're fully capable of doing it. But if you just think about moving it, that rock is not going to move up a hill. You got to make sure to put the action in. And like I said, it's not going to be easy, but enjoy it, because that's getting you to your dream. You're getting to that other side of the hill, and I think that's the beauty of it. And I got to make sure to enjoy this time right now, bro. Where am I? I'm literally in my room talking to a camera, manifesting my dreams. I'm finna be looking back on this in years and think, yeah, I've been known that I was gonna be successful. Start now, bro. It's never too late to start. It's never too early to start. Do it right now. Start manifesting the dream you want. Put the action and be competitive, because that's what matters. You want it more. It's always a you versus you. That positive, that anger you feel inside when you don't have it, when you haven't won yet, when you lost, use it. You want it more. And, I do, sometimes I do fail. Thursday, I was supposed to start the Artist Way week 4, and my schedule has been full. I haven't had zero time, and it sucks, but that's okay, because I'm going to make sure to read it tonight. And, that matters. Sometimes, I got to realize that not every day is going to be perfect. Not every day is going to be ideal, but I'm going to move through it, and I'm going to be successful, and I'm going to push the limitations on what I think I can do. I don't want to hold myself in a box. I want to make sure to do the action to get to the dream I want and be competitive. That anger when you lose, use that. Obviously not negatively, like I said, but positively. You can do that shit. Anyone can do that. And, I know I know I will. There's no ifs, there's no maybes, there's no cans. I don't care what anyone's saying. I'm making sure that I win. I win. Because it sucks losing. Look at this medal, bro. Cheap. Second. You see that? Second place. Cheap medal. I don't want that shit. Yeah, it's cool. We almost won. But did we? No. And, silver isn't bad, but I want gold. I want to win. I was trying to see if there's gold around, but there isn't. The silver's okay. But I don't want to just settle for okay. I want to make sure I win. Dominate in life. Make sure I use my competitive spirit, my competitive energy, my hustle to get to where I want. And it sucks because I don't always have the time. And, I got to realize that that's a part of life, and that's part of the journey, and it's beautiful because, each day that I might not be able to do something, I know the next day I'm going to go even harder, I'm going to try even more to get that energy and that time in. And I just hope in the future that there will be more time. These external factors you can't control all the time. So, you kind of got to deal with what you got. And, my day is basically not wasted, but whole day dedicated to soccer. And that's okay. But I would have liked to be home today, working on stuff I want to do, Got second today. That's okay. Second's okay. Aim for first. Aim for first. You can do it. One goal is tournament. Hella shots over the net. Next tournament, I gotta be better. Doesn't mean I didn't hustle. Doesn't mean I didn't try. But I know I can be better, and I will be better. Just like in life, always strive to be better. You're already successful. You're already great. But I think there's always room to be better. But don't be held back by perfection. I gotta work on that shit too. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Little ramble. Real shit though. That's what's dealing with me. That's what I'm dealing with. Competitiveness. Be competitive. Get that hustle. The anger you feel when you lose, use that shit. You can win. It's a you versus you battle each day of the week. See you tomorrow. Peace.